Hi-ho, Tudor-minded people. It's Philadelphia Carey for Tudor Time Machine. Today's word of the week is cousin. When my favourite arrives 2 hours late for an appointment and makes the excuse that he was detained by pressing business, I say, "Do not cousin me, my lord. I know you are an unfaithful wretch."
Oh my, cousin. How now, Tudor Files? What think you? If you're new here, I'm Gage.
I'm Jessica, and this is Tudor Word of the Week with Tudor Time Machine.
Cousin is a Tudor word meaning to deceive, win over, or induce to do something by coaxing and wheedling or trickery. How do you spell it, Philadelphia?
It is spelled C-O-Z-E-N, cousin.
It is a very commonly used word in plays, Elizabethan and Jacobean period.
Because so many of the plays rely on plots made up of cousinage. So the word can also be used as a noun, as in, he is a vile cousin-er.
I think that now, in place of cousin, we might use the word con or to con.
That's right, because to con, like to cousin, implies a complicated, well thought out, and smart way of cheating someone.
One example of a 16th century use of the word comes from the brilliant comedy The Alchemist by Ben Jonson, a play all about tricks and deceits.
This speech is made by Doll Common, who is trying to settle an argument between two tricksters, Subtle, the alchemist, and his sidekick, Face. So she says, "'Sdeath, you abominable pair of stinkards! Leave off your barking and grow one again. Or by the light that shines, I'll cut your throats. I'll not be made a prey unto the marshal, for ne'er a snarling dog bolt of you both. Have you together cousined all this while, and all the world, and shall it now be said you've made most courteous shift to cousin yourselves?"
I absolutely love the phrase, abominable pair of stinkards.
Me too. I've known some abominable stinkards in my time.
Yes.
So the language in The Alchemist is not poetical in the sort of flowery sense. It's rich and strong, and it's supposed to be realistic, not high flown.
The play is what's called a city comedy, which was a very popular genre in the Jacobean theater.
Ben Jonson is credited with originating the genre with this play, The Alchemist, which was first performed in 1610. And these city comedies were incredibly popular with London audiences.
So city comedies take place in London, and they're realistic, and that means that there are no supernatural or fanciful elements.
And the city comedy features characters from all ranks of life: servants, lords, masters, ladies, prostitutes, merchants, apprentices, etc. And a lot of the fun comes from these different ranks of life pretending to be other ranks of life. Servants passing themselves off as masters, prostitutes passing themselves off as countesses. There's a lot of cousinage.
And in this period, they love the topsy-turvy.
Right, of course.
In the prologue to The Alchemist, Ben Jonson sets the scenes for his audience. He says, "Our scene is London, 'cause we would make known no country's mirth is better than our own."
It's great fun. The language in city comedies is supposed to be authentic, not iambic pentameter, poetic.
Yes, Ben Jonson wrote his philosophy that city comedies should have deeds and languages such as men do use.
So Shakespeare never really wrote a city comedy. I mean, if you think about it, only a couple of the histories actually take place in London, and they aren't city comedies in the sense of these plays, which are very much in the moment, in the time period that they're being written. And actually, Ben Jonson used to complain about Shakespeare's plays having too much fantasy and too much high-flown language in them.
Although I think those fantasy elements have really helped Shakespeare's work last and actually made it more relatable.
I think that's true. I agree with that. It's more relatable to other audiences because the city comedies are great fun, but they can be harder for us to relate to now because they're so much of their time and they rely on jokes about current events and slang that we've really lost the meaning of.
But The Alchemist is really a masterpiece of the genre. And it's well worth reading and also seeing. And actually, Jessica and I, the Tudor Time Machine, recently saw a production of it, and it was so much fun. We had a fantastic time.
It was great fun. And there was so much amusing cousining going on that stage.
So try using our Tudor word of the week and let us know how it goes. And join us next week when Philadelphia Carey surprises us with a new Tudor word.
I'm very surprising. Join us.